Up until the attacks on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the United States had a monopoly on nuclear power. The best and brightest Allied scientists worked for years in secrecy on the Manhattan Project. After our demonstration of nuclear power in Japan, the USSR quickly became America's post-World War II enemy, and a long-lasting rivalry began. The two powers competed for the best possible weapons to protect themselves. If either nation attacked the other, a total nuclear war was sure to take place, and both countries would be entirely destroyed.
During World War II, the US wanted a weapon more powerful than anything anyone had ever seen, and they wanted to have it before Nazi Germany. The Manhattan Project, an undertaking so classified that even Vice President Truman was not aware of its existence, began in October of 1942 with the goal to harness the power of the atom. J. Robert Oppenheimer, one of the world's top theoretical physicists, was appointed to lead the laboratory's scientists. In July of 1945, the weapon was tested in the deserts of New Mexico and was a huge success. Oppenheimer, who had been working on the nuclear weapon for a little over 2 years, instantly realized that his actions in the lab had created this unimaginable weapon that could lead to death and destruction on a scale never before seen.
When I saw the first detonation test at Trinity, my reaction was one from the Bhagavad Gita. Now I am become death, destroyer of worlds. The weapon that we had made dramatized so mercilessly the inhumanity and evil of modern war. The physicists have known sin, and this is a knowledge which they cannot lose.
After the attacks on Japan showed what the atomic bomb was capable of, a debate ensued over what the US should do with it. Many, like Einstein and Eisenhower, encouraged peaceful use of technology. Einstein, who did not work on the bomb directly but was involved in the development of the technology, did not want to spread the secret of nuclear fission. Instead, he wanted the powers of the world to join together and only use the device for peace.
I propose a world government between the powers, starting with the United States and Great Britain. If Russia should wish to join this world government, we should invite them, and only then would we reveal to them the secret of the atomic bomb. The atomic bomb should be used only to prevent an aggressor nation from using an atomic bomb of their own.
President Eisenhower, too, favored an international organization to regulate usage of fissionable substances and promote its use for peaceful purposes. He suggested forming the International Atomic Energy Agency in his 1953 Atoms for Peace speech.
The responsibility of this Atomic Energy Agency would be to mobilize experts to apply atomic energy to medicine, agriculture, and other peaceful activities. Thus, the contributing powers would be dedicating their strengths to serve the needs rather than the fears of mankind. As the race for nuclear weapons intensified, the space race began in October of 1957. The Soviet satellite Sputnik successfully shot into space and sent the American public into a panic. The idea that the Soviets had the technology to get what could one day be a weapon into space had many fearing annihilation. However, President Eisenhower did not admit defeat. America's own Vanguard satellite would launch in December and make actual contributions to science. This didn't turn out too well. Project Vanguard earned nicknames like Stay Putnik or Flopnik, and the failure humiliated the United States. Congress funneled more funding into science and education to catch back up with the apparently ahead Soviet technology programs. The Soviets and the States kept plenty of secrets from each other. Espionage was the preferred method for investigating the progress of their rival. The CIA sent high-flying U-2 spy planes over the USSR to take photographs. President Eisenhower had personally approved these spy missions. On May 1st, 1960, one of the planes soared into Soviet airspace, and the KGB took notice. An hours-long chase across Russia began. Missiles ordered by Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev finally shot down the plane, and Khrushchev was enraged with the United States for its repeated violations of Soviet airspace. President Eisenhower assumed the plane had been destroyed and the pilot was dead, so he completely denied the existence of the aircraft. After hearing Eisenhower's claim, the Soviets produced a very convincing piece of evidence: the pilot himself. Pilot Gary Powers had parachuted down from the damaged U-2 and was captured by the USSR. This revelation caused widespread embarrassment for the US and increased tensions between the United States and the USSR.
Change and innovation. The innovation of nuclear technology brought about change in society. Relations between the US and USSR grew tense as the Cold War took shape. Advancements in the sciences of air and space travel were needed to keep up with the technology race.
Conflict and consensus. The conflict of the Cold War between America and the Soviet Union spanned issues broader than nuclear technology. The space race and a series of proxy wars developed. It became a competition of capitalism versus communism itself. Consensus did not come until the 90s, but debates on the choices made continue today.